Good morning, hockey fans, and welcome to MC Media's continuing live stream coverage of the 9th Annual Chicks with Sticks Female Hockey Tournament, being brought to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. My name's David Doucette. With me today is Jeff Holmes, and this morning's match, home team Yarmouth Mariners in white versus the Metro West Forest Orange. These are the two teams, Jeff, that comprise the entire midget division of this tournament.
So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to go here in this first game, knowing that they're going to play each other a couple of different times.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to play right now. They're going to play again a little bit later this afternoon, and then through process of elimination, they'll be in the finals together tomorrow.
And what you've got is the Yarmouth team has a number of skaters. Metro West not with that many, so it'll be interesting to see again over the life of the three games, how things will run, whether Yarmouth is going to play their entire squad, giving themselves an opportunity not to be rested over those three games. And you see Metro West here is, they're going to be playing that whole lineup those three games.
4 divisions in this tournament. There's an Adam division that has 4 teams, a Pee Wee division with 7, a Bantam division with 3, and this midget division with 2. So it's a busy weekend of hockey. Both arenas filled up. Lots of games going on both sides. We also had a Mariners game last night, so I'm not sure how many of these young ladies came in to see that as well, but it was available for them to come to as well.
Ice looks in good shape here, even with all the games that are going to be going on. You don't want it to be all chipped up from all the play, but it does look in pretty good shape.
It's cool enough outside.
Yeah, we're not in Florida. We don't have to worry about that type of thing.
Yeah. No, there's no skating around the ice to get rid of the fog. We're about to get going again. Once again, Yarmouth will be in white going from right to left on your screen, whereas Metro will be in blue going from left to right.
My keys to the game are starting with the letter P. We've got pace, puck possession, and penalties. It'll be interesting to see how fast these teams want to move. Some teams like to have the puck control where they move the puck out slowly. Other teams dump and chase, get those legs moving. And always the specialty teams are interesting to see. Again, gives people opportunities to score goals.
And we're off. Yarmouth gains control of that opening face-off. Try to get it in deep, get it up behind goaltender Cooley. Cooley in net for Metro, and I believe it's Minard for Yarmouth. Yarmouth has control, takes the puck, quick shot. Cooley holds that short side post, able to gather in that rebound for a quick whistle. 3 13-minute periods is the format of at least the round robin portion of the tournament. Not sure once we get into the championship, the consolation finals and finals, how that will work if it goes up to 15 at that point. But through this round robin portion of the tournament, 3 13-minute periods. Oh, a quick shot in front, gathered up again by Cooley. She had to be on her game there to make that first save and then gather in the rebound to avoid any difficulty.
As we've seen in many of the games, the ability for the goaltenders to be able to control those rebounds, get that stoppage on the side without Yarmouth having an opportunity to put the puck in the net.
That one clears the zone. Yarmouth will have to tag up. Going back forward to Stevens. Stevens has it in the corner. Getting under her skates, goes behind the net. Round the boards to Lane. Lane picks it up. Can't quite control it. Pinched in nicely by Fitzgerald. Metro breaks out. Gaining some speed. That's Laprise. Has some room. Goes to her left. Tries to get it towards the front of the net. Broken up nicely by Moore. Moore's going to break out of her own end, but held up at the blue line. Chip back into the neutral zone again. Yarmouth gains control momentarily, and they'll break in. That's Breton with it. Behind the net, Metro. Back up to Lane. Lane loses control. That's Breton again with it. Breton chasing down Stevens, but Stevens able to get it back to the point. Circles in front. Great opportunity for Yarmouth. Quick shot, just wide.
Not sure if she was looking to pass that puck there or shoot it. In either situation, she had a good opportunity to score a goal there.
Wide open player to the side of the net. Just couldn't connect, though. That's Fitzgerald again getting it in. She's going to get it back one more time. It gets by her. And we'll have our first icing of the game with 11:11 to go in the first period. Our score remains deadlocked at 0-0.
We talked about the early pace and puck possession. Yarmouth having that puck possession for the first few minutes of the hockey game have had a couple of good opportunities. Cooley has been equal to the test so far, and it's a 0-0 game.
Talk about a short bench for Metro. You're right. Just a player over 2 lines. And you would have to think that over the course of not just 1 game today, but 2 games today, that could certainly have an effect on the team, whereas Yarmouth with a very full bench.
That goes to the key number 1, pace, where, Yarmouth would like to keep the pace up, being able to use their full bench, whereas Metro West is going to be able, only going to have a short bench to be able to utilize.
Marchand behind the net. Not sure if it's a relative. It is Metro. Metro coming back with 2 players. Odd man rushed. Big shot. Big hard wrist shot. Gloved by Minard. She kept it in. I'm not sure that winger saw the right winger going in with her. She had Kavanaugh with her, and it looked like it would have been probably a great opportunity to slide one over for really a breakaway situation, but decided to take the long shot instead. Get that first shot on Minard. That one bounces in.
Tough little play there when they're bouncing along. As we've seen in a couple of the early games, shots on goal, and you never know what can go in. We've had a few that have bounced off people, so.
Directing that puck to the net is never a bad thing, especially early in a game. Coming back the other way, that's Withrow. She gets it just to the point, can't quite get it out. Both teams fighting for it. Sliding back in, Breton chasing down, but Withrow has it again off the board. She has a couple wingers. Gets to the point, but once again not out. Yarmouth holding that line, and now into the neutral zone. Going back the other way is Moore. Moore has some room, waits for her team to tag up. Makes the blue line, but we have an offside.
I think that extra move at the line pulled her teammate offside.
From the look of the Yarmouth bench, although a big bench, it looks like they have in excess of 3 forward lines, but they're just going with 2 sets of defense, I believe.
I think over the course of the tournament, they'll use all the players. Early on, just using the 2 sets of defense.
That's LeBlanc with it. Goes to the middle. Nice lead pass to Simmons. Simmons gains the blue line, cuts to the middle, has some room. Once again, stick handles around a couple people, stops, looks, has the puck taken away from her. Lead pass, broken up nicely by number 16, Emma Fitzgerald. Coming back the other way, the puck is thrown into the Yarmouth end. Simmons chasing it down for Yarmouth. Goes behind her own net, loses control of it. Metro right there, forcing the play. Simmons has it again, tries to get it up to the half boards. That's as far as it's going right now. There's a log jam. Both teams swinging their sticks, trying to get it free. They must like that spot. They're back at it again. Simmons does finally get it out. Cross ice to Breton. Sorry, that's Legier. No, I was right. Breton goes to the front. Just out of the reach of the Yarmouth winger. Back to the point. Long shot. Goes off of a stick. Picked up. Going around, back to the point again. This time it's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it back in to Comeau. Comeau goes behind the net. I got to say, Jeff, with all these big ponytails, it's hard to see a number. Fighting hard for it, both teams. Goes to the front. Metro can't quite clear it. Goes right back to the point. Fired right back in. Burrell has it. Yarmouth has it to the side. They try to go upstairs. Cooley hugs that post to take away the short side. Pass back in front. Metro comes away with it. There's some room. Gaining the blue line is Farkash. Farkash has it. Stops. Poked away nicely by Legier. Tries to reach LeBlanc. Just out of her reach. Farkash has to clear the zone. She does. But an icing called. 7:56. 8 to go here in the first period. Couple opportunities. No huge saves yet for either goaltender. They both had to be. They both had some action, at least to begin with here.
Yeah, they've had to be solid. They haven't given up anything easy, and nothing to nothing. Well, it'll be interesting to see here whether each team can pass the puck as well. We've seen some good individual efforts, but are they going to be able to set up their teammates for opportunities on goal?
Simmons backhands it off the half board. That's picked off by Metro. Yarmouth able to gain the puck and just get it outside. Coming back the other way is Breton. Breton makes a move to her right, has some room. Nice move to the middle. Couldn't quite get by that last defender, though. Good individual effort, but couldn't quite get a shot away. Yarmouth still tagging up. Lots of room for Metro to get out. They were a little slow doing it, though, and back checking is Legier.
And sometimes when you're carrying the puck, it's the ability to see the whole ice. Sometimes there's a good dangle, but they're not seeing sometimes the wingers that are making a cut to the net.
Back the other way. In front, that's Hobbs, I believe. Hobbs gets it into the corner. Both teams fighting for it. Yarmouth will come away with it in the corner. Back to the point. Muse pinches in. Throws it to the front of the net. Trying to get it there. Goes back the other way to LeBlanc. LeBlanc has it behind. Taking a look. Pass in front. Hit the back of the net and bounced right back to her. Pass in front again. Sticked away by the Metro defense. Yarmouth continuing to pressure, though. Good pressure here in the Metro zone. To the point. Muse keeps it in. Throws it towards the net. Deflected just wide. Nice attempt there by Jenna Kamov with a redirect of the shot pass from the blue line. Metro chips it up. It's a one-on-one opportunity. Good defensive work by Yarmouth. Muse uses her feet to kick it forward and clear the zone. Coming back the other way was Nickerson. Nickerson loses control, and Metro has it again, looking to get it outside of their own zone. Both teams fighting for it right at the Metro bench. Comes clear, and Kinney gets it back in. Yarmouth cycling behind the net, try to get it in front. Gets back to the point one more time for Fitzgerald. Into the neutral zone, and that's Nickerson that tries to get it back in again. Stopped at the blue line by Metro. Coming back the other way is Withrow. Withrow has it again. Good fight to try to get through. Can't quite make it all the way, though. Back to the point is McDonald. McDonald fires it in, just gets it to the half board. Yarmouth clears the zone, just past the defense. And it's going to go all the way down the ice for an icing with 5:25 remaining here in the first period.
I think Metro West very happy that Yarmouth iced the puck there. We were talking about pace earlier. Yarmouth has been carrying much of the play here in the first period. This gives Metro West an opportunity to change up the lines, take it easy, get a breather, and they're in the Yarmouth zone.
Face off to the right of Minor. Cleanly won, just a little too cleanly by Metro as it goes all the way outside the line. Chasing down hard is Breton. Breton's got a room, but there's a penalty behind the scenes. And it is a checking penalty or a roughing penalty. This is body contact, so I think it's roughing.
That leads to my third key to the hockey game, penalties, and we're going to get to see some specialty team play here with Metro West going on the power play.
Referee obviously not liking the way that Breton was able to gather that puck in because used, I guess, a bit too much body in order to free herself of the puck. This is the first great opportunity with a man advantage, with an odd man advantage for Metro. Puck goes back behind the Yarmouth zone. Metro will gain control. They stop, try to fire it in front. Stopped easily. Back to Withrow. Withrow tries to get it back in. That's Farkash with it. Farkash loses control to Stefan. Stefan has it. She puts her arms up in the universal I didn't do it.
And there was no penalty called there. Her stick did get caught underneath.
We have a gloved forward pass, and that's going to bring the face-off down a little closer into the Metro zone. Yeah, her stick just got caught there, didn't it, Jeff?
Just looked like it got caught, and so she let go of the stick, so it was going to seem like she was holding or hooking to be able to cause the penalty. So far, Yarmouth on their penalty kill has been aggressive going after the puck, and really Metro West hasn't been able to set up.
Second unit on for Metro West. They'll get into the blue line this time. Stops. Looking to gain control. Back to the point. Wrist shot from the point. Bounces in. Steered aside easily by Minard. Not much on that one. Going back the other way is Muse. Muse digs for the puck. Comes away with it. Has some room. Looks for open ice. Can't quite clear the zone. There's another wrist shot. That one goes harmlessly wide. Once again, Muse behind the net. Up to the half board. Yarmouth able to break out. Forward pass to Legier. Legier has room, but it's 1-on-2. Let's see what she tries to do. She actually uses the speed, goes down the left side, takes the shot, covered up by Cooley. Good wrist shot by Legier.
Good opportunity there for Yarmouth. Able to break out. Legier went wide, got an opportunity on goal. Cooley had a good angle on the puck and made an easy save. And as we talk a lot of the time about goaltending, it is a lot of positioning. Let the puck hit you. You don't have to go fight and look for the puck.
And with equipment the way it is now, it doesn't hurt when that happens.
And for sure, and that's why we see a lot of the teams, especially on the power play, you're trying to move the puck back and forth laterally so that you make the goaltender move, then maybe have the big shot from the point, get somebody in front, see if you can't get a tip in with the odd person.
You'll see in the NHL now, too, that a lot of times, even when players are coming down, they'll take that automatic shot right along the ice, not because they're trying to score. They realize the goaltender's going to make the save, but they're putting it to the far side right along the ice in hopes of a rebound. Six seconds to go here in this power play for Metro. Not really any great opportunities. They gained some positional play for a little bit. Kept the play in the Yarmouth end for periods of this power play, but not any great shots on net. Stefan with it. Stefan has a great opportunity in the goal. Great wrist shot to the stick side just when we thought nothing was going to happen on the power play, and it wasn't. This was a 5-on-5 situation. The power play was over. But it was number 14, Brady Stefan.
She was able to take the puck off the boards and make a dash to the net. Left alone, good shot, and it's 1-0 for Metro West.
So although a lot of play, Yarmouth needs to actually find a way to get a better shot on net and try to do something a little more with the puck while they're in the Metro zone if they want to get back into this game. Lead pass, chipped in, tagged up. Going back the other way is Stevens. Stevens back to her defensive partner, D, gets to the point to Moore. Moore takes a shot from the point. It gets all the way through, easily handled by Cooley, who covers it up with 2:31 to go here in the first period.
Really a period where Yarmouth had been carrying much of the play, but opportunities presented itself. Metro West and Brady Stephen able to capitalize and make it 1-0 for the Metro West team.
A lot of things can happen, but the bottom line is you have to put the puck in the net. So even though Yarmouth would be leading in 2 of your 3 Ps, they've certainly had the majority of the pace, the majority of the puck possession. They've had the 1 penalty, so that would be the 1 minus for them here in this period. But where it matters is on the scoreboard, and Metro is the one team able to actually put one in.
And as we were saying, what's happened with Cooley is she's been able to make the saves by having good positions. She hasn't had to make a really tough save, but sometimes that's because you're in the right place at the right time.
And she hasn't given up any rebounds that would have necessitated a big save be made. Yarmouth comes back the other way. Just a little over 2 minutes to go. Going hard for it the other way is Simmons. Simmons gets it back to the point. Wrist shot all the way through. Quite a bit on that one, actually. Back to the point again. That's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald dumps it in. Back into the corner. Yarmouth can't quite get a hold of it there, and that's Sheen with it. Sheen gets it up to Lane. Yarmouth able to get it. Quick wraparound attempt. Well defended by number 3, Emily Lane. He's going to get back to the point again. That's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald gets it to the middle of the ice, looking for that open shot. There's a wrist shot. Just goes wide. Well, I wouldn't say just. Wide for a bit. Minute and a half going. 2-on-2 numbers here for Metro. They just chip it in. They probably need a change, and sure enough, 3 and now 4 out of 4 of them are making for the bench. That was the long shift. Lots of room for Yarmouth right now. Breton with the lead pass, just out of the reach of Doucette. Coming back the other way. And Metro will have to tag up. They do. Lots of room for Doucette to come back with it. Lead pass, gets past everybody. Cross ice to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gives it up. Gives it up to Stefan, who gives it back to Kavanaugh. Legier comes back the other way. 2-on-1. She cuts to the middle. Tries to get around. Tries maybe a little too many moves. Had the speed on one side and tried to bring it back, Jeff.
As we've seen a couple of different times, had an opportunity maybe to pass to a winger. Good offensive moves, but again, maybe the pass to the winger may have led to a better opportunity on goal.
Especially with a give and go. You talk about lateral movement. You get the goaltender moving one way, the quick pass comes back the other way, and it's hard to make that secondary move as a goaltender. 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Puck once again in the Metro zone. Both teams fighting for it. Yarmouth pass in front. Can't quite get her stick on it, though. And with 20 seconds to go, Metro's going to break out with one final attempt. Going hard one way is Stefan again. Stefan covers the puck. Pass in front. The shot. Big save, and the puck was sitting there perilously close to for a rebound attempt. But Metro unable to put that second goal in, and that would have been a big goal with under 10 seconds to go into period.
Yeah, absolutely. The last minute, you never want to have to give up a goal in the last minute of a period.
So Minard able to make a big save here at the end of the game, and I keep calling Minard, but I'm thinking it's her. I haven't seen a number, if it's a 1 or a 3. But so here's a replay of that. You get to see this opportunity. Stefan.
Oh, it is 1.
Does get that puck over there. Didn't try to shoot. Actually did try to slide it in front. And but they were unable to actually capitalize on the rebound. Did get that first shot through. Nice save by Minard. But the rebound, Metro couldn't quite get to it in time. It would have been a big goal, like you said, in the last 10 seconds of a period. In a period they were totally outplayed, and yet still are ahead 1-0.
They were able to capitalize on their opportunity, be able to put the puck in the net there. Brady Stephen made the nice move down the right side. Able to put the puck into for Metro West to have the 1-0 lead, but truly Yarmouth did carry much of the play. Again, 3-period hockey game. We're going to get to see whether Yarmouth is able to capitalize on some of the chances that they should have with their puck possession during the course of this the next 2 periods.
And whether or not that shorter bench comes into play as this game goes on for Metro as well.
And there's a situation where you would expect that Yarmouth is going to be, if they pass the puck around a little bit, make Metro West move their feet, make the goaltender Cooley have to move laterally as well, give them some better opportunities to score.
Farkash has it, takes a hard wrist shot, gloved easily out by Minard, who keeps it in the trapper and takes the quick whistle with 11 seconds going in here.
You see both teams firing in at the goaltender sometimes, like you said, looking for a rebound on occasion. There's the opportunity, the goaltender has to make the first save, but a lot of the time they're just looking for some traffic in front of the net, be able to bang in that rebound.
Back to the point. Cross ice D to D. That one doesn't quite get through. Breaking out of her own end is Yarmouth defender. Actually, I think it's Legier again with the speed. It is. Legier goes hard to her right, has the opportunity, tries to go upstairs short side. The spot was there. Cooley comes away with it, though. Yarmouth doesn't hold the blue line that time. Broke off of it, and as a result, coming back the other way is Lane. She's going to get the puck, has a player in front, tries to go short side. Minard this time comes up big. Back and forth they go. Little bit of a lazy breakout pass there, and Metro able to come away with it. Yarmouth's going to come back the other way. Good defense there by number 15, Tobin.
Looked like Yarmouth was trying to make a good pass out, just got caught up in her skates, and she wasn't able to control the puck. The Metro West forward was able to gather it up, get an opportunity. Here's Legier going wide on the replay. Just wasn't able to get it on goal.
And she had a big corner above that glove hand side, but it's very hard while making a move like that, switching from your backhand to your forehand to at the same time get the elevation on the puck that you need.
I think it rolled off of her stick, and that's why she couldn't get it lifted up.
And back the other way is Marchand. She'll get it in. Yarmouth coming back with it. Legier once again behind her own net. Lead pass to Moore. Moore at the half board, tries to chip it forward, can't quite get there. Just comes out of the blue line, though, and an offside called. That could have been an odd man rush for Metro, and a great opportunity here early in the second period to get that second goal.
Metro West forward looking back, saying a little bit unbelieving. thinking that she was going to have a good opportunity there. Didn't realize that her other player had not cleared the zone.
Lane gets it in. Yarmouth gets it right back out. Marchand loses track, and coming back the other way is Simmons. Simmons breaks. She has a wide open breakaway. Here's a shot. Big save by Cooley. Can't control the rebound. Simmons makes a nice move to the middle, gets a nice shot off, but Cooley equal to the task again.
And in that situation, Cooley was able to get straight, get to the shooter. She was able to be in a good position to be able to make the save. Squared up to the shooter, that's for sure. And really made an easy save.
Made it look easy anyways. Great opportunity for Yarmouth, probably their best. And here's a replay. You see that, how square Cooley was. She just sat there, went down to that butterfly, and let Simmons hit her. Breaking back the other way is Metro behind their own net. Stopping, going the other way. Reversing position, getting it up. That's to Burrell. Burrell can't get it away from Farkash. Can't get it away from the linesman skates, though. Farkash again tries to chip it forward. Can't quite get there. Both teams fighting for it in the neutral zone before Metro able to get it all the way down. Doucette behind her own net. Stops. Avoids a forechecker. Has some room. Avoids a second forechecker. Lead pass. Off the stick. That's going to make it all the way down the ice. Does it have enough steam? Just according to the linesman. That one could have gone either way.
Sometimes they could be played by the the Metro West or Yarmouth defenders, and again without having to have the whistle. But that's at the discretion of the linesman. They made the call, and we've got a face-off in the Yarmouth zone. Oh, another shot right off the face-off. Saved by Minard. We saw one earlier in one of the hockey games where right off the face-off a goal was scored. And sometimes not a bad opportunity for somebody that is on their forehand to be able to shoot right at the net.
And does it again. And that once again was Brady Steffen again, who we've called her name a couple times in this game.
Was the goal scorer for the one goal that's been scored in the hockey game.
Legier coming out again with speed, goes hard to her left. Defended nicely out there by Marchand. Gets it in deep. Yarmouth has it again. That's Kinney. Kinney fires it in front. Nobody there for Yarmouth. Breaking out the other way is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets it out to center ice. Yarmouth fires it all the way down in. That one's no icing. That one, a breakout pass right down the middle. Well played by the Yarmouth defense. That's number 12. Mackenzie Muse able to keep that in. Yarmouth just chips it deep. And Metro wraps it around. Going the other way was Kinney. Kinney again fires it across, but nobody present for Yarmouth. Nobody to pass to. Close to the front of that net in that slot position.
They're making a change at that point. The Yarmouth forward going to the bench.
Steffen comes again. I think she needs a change. She looked like she was a little weary. Just chipped it in. Great opportunity. Hard to teach that to hockey players of all age, from the youngest to the oldest gentleman's league, of knowing when you have to get off the ice.
Time chipping it in, certainly if you're by yourself, is not a bad play.
Up forward to Lane. Lane gets it up to Farkash. Farkash tries to get some room into a wall of Yarmouth defenders, though. Coming back the other way is Lane. Lane misses it. And that's Entremont with it. She has a bit. She's at a weak angle, though. Tries for the shot. Once again, squaring up is Kenny Cooley.
I think probably in the intermission, if not on the bench, the Yarmouth coaches are going to speak about, making Cooley move around a little bit. There was an opportunity. Maybe she could have driven to the net, gone on the backhand, made Cooley move a little bit, because her positioning has been excellent. She's been able to take those shots pretty much straight into her body.
For those of you not aware, watching midget-aged hockey, and that's 15, 16, and 17-year-olds. Both teams fighting for it. Yarmouth gets it away to the blue line and just out. Metro looking to fire it back in. They'll have to tag up. They looked like they did, but obviously not. Lane touched that while a Metro player was still trying to get that tag up across the blue line. So with 8:10 remaining here in the second period, our score remains the Metro West Forest Orange 1. The Yarmouth Mariners no score. Based on what we saw earlier, I'm just going to say the orange, that tends to be from the Sackville-ish area.
Mm-hmm.
Hockey Nova Scotia, I was explained, divvied up and kind of renamed whole sections to make it less about what community you were in, and we'll see going forward as to whether or not that will be a benefit to the game.
Yarmouth having to tag up.
Kavanaugh couldn't reach that breakout pass, but Metro able to clear the zone. Yarmouth not, at least in the first half of this period, not holding the extensive positional play that they did in the first period. Stefan once again has some room, goes to her left, takes a wrist shot, goes off the Yarmouth defense and doesn't get to the goaltender. Unable to hold the line though, D to D. Goes back across to McDonald. McDonald tries to get it in. Yarmouth doesn't let that happen. Coming back the other way is Moore. Moore has some room. Check that. That's Simmons again. Simmons goes to her left, stops, looks in front, fires it blindly in front, looking for Moore in front, unable to reach.
Good play by the Metro West defender to be able to keep the stick away from the Yarmouth offensive player so that she wouldn't be able to, get the pass or make an offensive play.
And after the last time where we saw a couple passes in front by Kinney where nobody was there, Hallie Moore was indeed there looking for that pass, but was tied up nicely.
There's the save by Minard. We're not keeping track of shots on goal here, but I would suspect that Cooley has faced many more shots than Minard during the course of the first half of this hockey game.
And some bigger saves as well.
Looks like we've got a change in goaltending. So Minard came off, and as we said, it's pretty much halfway through the hockey game, and it looks like, is it Kaylee White that's going to be playing goal for Yarmouth at this point?
I believe so. Hard to come into a game, no warm-up. The only warm-up Kaylee would have had would have been at the beginning of the game. You come right off the bench. Hopefully she was doing some calisthenics on the bench, doing some stretching to kind of get used to it. Going hard the other way for Yarmouth. Big shot once again. Well, she was hugging that short side. The puck actually ended up on the far side underneath her pad, and a good thing she didn't move too much. Cooley in this time, because she might have actually uncovered a puck and it would have been open there for the Yarmouth forward.
And as you mentioned, these are midget 8 hockey players, 15, 16, 17 years old, so they're a little more flexible than we are.
Just a tad. Coming back the other way is Yarmouth. Good opportunity behind the net, hanging on to the puck. I believe it's Legier. Backhand swiping across there. That was Jenna Camo. Just gets it into the corner.
Another example of good defensive coverage by Metro. Had a player right on her when Legier had made the pass.
Hobbs behind the net. Stops. Looks. Has the puck momentarily taken away by Lane. She's still fighting for it. Metro will come away with it. Nice move to get away from the Yarmouth defender and get the puck into the neutral zone. Yarmouth dumps it back in. Going back that way is Stevens. Stevens gets it up. Good lead pass. Metro with numbers. Well defended there by number 18, Laura Legier. Normally a forward, doing very well, getting back in a defensive position to break up that play as both of the Yarmouth defense were a little further up the ice and caught.
Good stick there by Legier, able to knock the puck off Metro West defensive player. And as you said, it would have been a 2-on-1 opportunity.
Face off in the blue line. 5:32 to go here in the second period. Remains a 1-0 game. A very close game. Cooley with some big saves for Metro, keeping them in. Yarmouth with the majority of possession in the first period. It's been a lot more even here in the second period. We expected it would be a close game, and it has been. Lead pass just in front. I'm not sure that Hobbs knew that it was coming. Went right in front of her. Check that. I believe that's Dominic Boudreau. Coming back the other way is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh chips it forward. They've got numbers, 3-on-1. Kavanaugh has it. Goes wider, takes the shot, and it goes wide. I'm thinking with the new goalie fresh off the bench, get some shots to the net is what you should be doing. Any type of shot, just get it there. Back the other way, that's Fitzgerald with it.
Get some shots to the net and go hard. Look for those rebounds. Again, 3-on-1 opportunity. Wasn't able to get it on goal, so it didn't create any extra offense for Metro West.
Yarmouth coming back the other way. That's Doucette with it. Lead pass. Gets it off to Simmons. Back into the corner to Kinney. Kinney tries to fire it in front. Good stick work once again by Metro. Their defensive coverage has been very good. They're where they're supposed to be in that defensive end. That's Farkash gaining some speed going down the left side. Stays down the left, stops, reverses, tries to get it back. Good stick work there by Moore, and Yarmouth able to clear the zone with 4 minutes to go in the second period.
And naturally, we do see the stick work very important in the women's hockey game because they're not going to be able to take the body.
So an active stick, all that more important.
The save made there by Kaylee White. She's able to give it to one of her defensive players. Didn't look too confident in that particular save. So again, as we said, Metro West probably going to look to get some shots on goal.
Comes back the other way, breaking hard in the corner is Stefan for it. A little bit of body contact. That's fine. Contact happens. It's the checking they don't like.
Right. Incidental contact is okay.
Going hard the other way is Breton. Breton loses control, picks it up, tries to get it across over to Doucette. She couldn't quite get it there. And Metro, once again, with great defensive zone coverage, comes across, comes back with the puck.
Metro West has done a good job positionally for their defensive coverage.
Good opportunity there once again for Marchand, but she's unable to continue with the puck. Rolls off of her stick, and Yarmouth comes away with it. Back the other way is Nickerson. Nickerson goes hard off the boards. Yarmouth able to get it to the blue line and just out. Metro will have to tag up, giving Yarmouth lots of time to get out of their own zone. Cross ice to Moore. Moore has it, gains the blue line, takes a wrist shot and gets it in. It's deflected into the corner by Cooley. Metro West rips it around. Good anticipation there by Doucette, who gets it, tries to get it back out in front, but once again, that defensive zone coverage, very nice for Metro. Coming back the other way is Farkas. She'll get it in and then takes that opportunity to make a change. Once again, second period, long changes. When you've got that opportunity, you need to get out, you need to get off. Both teams fighting for it. Yarmouth will get it at the half boards.
Looked like there was a little hooker trip there. I looked at the referee. He put his hand in, took his hand out.
Then he shook it all about.
Shook it all about, but no call made.
That would be the referee hokey pokey, I believe, of which we were talking. Moore has it to the side. Fires it in. Steered aside easily by Cooley. Yarmouth making a change. Coming in hard off that is Camo. Camo rolls around, goes to the center, tries to get that shot away. Going back the other way is Hobbs, I believe. Back to the half board, to the point. Shot towards the net. Nice move there by defenseman Lane. She was going to stick her skate out there to potentially block it. Realized if I did that, I might actually deflect it into my own goaltender and potentially into my own net, and pulled her foot back.
Nothing worse than an own goal, right?
Especially when you're hanging on to a tenuous one-goal lead late in the period. Nice attempt there. There's a shot by Camo, but she can't get it. Coming with numbers the other way is Farkas. Farkas has some speed, 2-on-2, stops, shoots. It goes, and it looks like it got past the White, but White missed it, and it just went wide. If she was able to laterally get across to the other side, though, and cover up that puck with 55 seconds to go in the period.
What we've seen in the first two periods, really, some of the highlights that I've noticed has been the goaltending of Cooley. Positioning defensively for Metro West. I mean, Yarmouth has had opportunities, and they were carrying the play for a good period and a half. But now, here, we've had better pace lately by Metro West.
Yarmouth gets the puck in the neutral zone. Less than a minute to go. That's Nickerson with it. Nickerson tries to get it in. Stopped by the Metro defense. Lead pass. That's up to Withrow. Withrow has some room. Gets into, gains the blue line. But a nice active stick by Yarmouth. Gets the puck back into the neutral zone, at least momentarily.
And where you would have expected possibly Yarmouth would start wearing down, when you don't wind up having the, the time between periods. It really has been Metro West who has picked up the pace here in the later part of the second period. 17.5 seconds left to go in the second period, and we still have a 1-0 hockey game, Metro West over the Yarmouth hockey team.
And I know here, and this just like once again, because we live here, that Yarmouth is still, I think, trying to put together an actual midget team. They've got one here for this tournament, but I'm not positive that they've actually practiced as much as a team that they knew they were going to have for sure. So not having as much wind as they might have had in another situation potentially, had they actually been at it for the last month and a half.
And the other part of that would be the ability to pass the puck between teammates, right? We're going to see some good individual play, which we have seen, but not going to see the same thing. If you're not comfortable with your wingers, you haven't spent a lot of time with them, knowing where they're going to be.
Well, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us through MC Media's live stream coverage of the 9th Annual Chicks with Sticks Female Hockey Tournament, coming to you live from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. Once again, my name's David Doucette, and with me today is Jeff Holmes. We're going to take a little break here at the end of 2 periods for them to do the ice and come back at the start of the third. Our score after 2 complete: the Metro West Force Orange 1, the Yarmouth Mariners no score. See you in a few. Welcome back to MC Media's continuing coverage of the 9th Annual Chick with Sticks Female Hockey Tournament. We're about to begin the third period action. Metro West Force Orange 1, Yarmouth Mariners no score. Almost like two different periods, I'd say, Jeff. In the first, Yarmouth with a lot of positional play, a lot of possession. A little more even in the second period, but still a 1-0 game. Right away, we've got number 14, Brady Stephen. I think that's goal number 2 for her, with a hard wrist shot that eludes goaltender Kaylee White.
As we said at the start of period, sometimes you just want to get some shots on goal. And there was an opportunity there where she took the shot and was able to elude the goaltender, Kaylee White.
White got a piece of that one, but it seemed to kind of trickle through her pads and find the back of the net. Going back the other way is Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald has it. That early goal, you don't like those late goals and those early goals.
You know, as a goaltender, though, you want to get those first ones out of the way, right?
You want to touch the puck, that's for sure. Legier has it. Breaks up the middle individually, still has it. Loses control. It should have been offside, actually, even though he was waving it off. But it didn't matter because nobody had touched it. Stevens once again with it. Has the puck, goes to the middle, takes the shot off Legier. Good defensive coverage by Legier there, blocking the puck, or blocking the shot. Goes into the corner, pass in front. That one squeaks by the far side. Yarmouth coming away the other way. That's Breton. Breton has the puck, goes to her left, tries to slide it over, can't quite get it there. Off of the stick, Cooley able to grab that puck and easily get the face-off.
And at the second period intermission, I believe it seems like that maybe the coaches for Yarmouth spoke to the players about making some passes. There was an opportunity where you're trying to get the puck to the middle of the ice, not just have a one-on-one move, see if you could wind up having Cooley moving around and get some shots on goal there, where she isn't able to just see the one shot, see the player the whole time, and get positionally ready.
Yarmouth's going to have to find a way to try to break down that defensive zone coverage of Metro. And we talked about the lateral movement, trying to find the individual, getting the individual. Nice save by Cooley that time. I don't think she saw that first one. Squared up and just kicked that pad out at the end. Gave up the rebound and made the second stop as well. So a couple big saves by Cooley. Yarmouth trying to get back into this game.
There, another situation where, move her laterally, get some shots on goal. Like you said, she didn't see it, and then rebounds. Well, she was able to cover both situations there, and it remains a 2-0 hockey game for Metro West.
In tournament play and playoff play, and we talk about the World Series happening right now, pitching will beat good hitting, and we're seeing a lot of good pitching right now in the World Series. And in hockey, it tends to be goaltending. Good goaltending can take you a long way. And right now, Cooley is giving good goaltending to the Metro team.
Talk about making all the saves that you need to make. Don't always have to make everything outstanding. You just need to make the saves that are there and available to you.
Camo in the corner, tries to get it back to Kinney. Deflected away. Once again, Yarmouth will get to a certain point, but it seems like it's hard to get by that last line of defense for Metro. That's Camo again, just slides the puck easily to Cooley. Cooley able to cover that up and get the whistle with 10:15 to go here in the third period. Yarmouth has to, for their own confidence, I think has to find a way to crack the wall that is Kenny Cooley.
And that's a situation, again, as a goaltender, you know, sometimes, you know, if nothing's gone in, you feel pretty good. Here's an opportunity again, shot rated, took it into the breadbasket. Yarmouth unable to kind of find the corners here at this point. They're shooting the puck, but they're with her positional play. Cooley has been able to just really stay solid, stay square, and make the saves.
And one of the better chances that we saw was early in the game for Legier, who made a terrific move, coming hard off of her right, pulling it back to the back to her forehand. Puck rolling off of her stick, and she wasn't able to actually go upstairs on glove side, where she did actually have a lot of net to work with. But who knew, foreshadowing that that was going to be so important so early in the game. Coming back the other way, and that would be Stefan again. Stefan tries to go across, broken up by Yarmouth. Hard off the half board, a little too hard. That's Muse with it. Muse goes behind her own net. Looks for that winger into the skates. Taken nicely off the skates and into, I think that might have been Kinney. Check that, that's Hobbs. Hobbs has it again. Going through the neutral zone. A lot of bodies to get through. Loses control. Tries to go cross ice. Skating up forward is Muse. Muse bangs it in. But Metro has control, trying to break out. And they'll get it into the neutral zone. Breaking back behind their own net. Yarmouth making a change. Lots of ice for Metro to come out. Can't quite get it there. This time it's number 14, Hallie Nickerson. Glove forward, I think. Glove pass.
I think so. Nobody going to the box. So with a little over 8:38 remaining, Yarmouth looking to get on the scoreboard here. Metro West having some control of the play right now.
Puck into the corner. That's Moore fighting for it. Yarmouth will come away, get it to the blue line and out. Coming hard the other way is Breton. Breton has some room. Being chased down, gets that shot away. Nice hard wrist shot just outside that post. Not in the breadbasket that time, was going for a corner. But once again, Cooley with great positioning there. That's Simmons with it. Simmons takes the shot, easily gloved out of the air by Cooley.
And there's the number one thing that we've seen with Cooley's goaltending has been great positioning. So you're not going to be able to shoot it right at her, and it's going to wind up dribbling through. You've seen that. So there was an opportunity where, you know, it's a short window where you're going to be able to shoot the puck and hit a corner. Wasn't able to hit the corner there, and the puck went wide.
Page had good speed, gained control, was in a good shooting position, and I think needed to let go of that shot just a couple seconds earlier instead of being hit on with the stick as she was shooting the puck, and she might have had a better opportunity. There's a nice wrist shot from the slot from number 4, Jenna Camo. Cooley once again slides over to her blocker side, takes it off of her chest, controls the rebound, and gets the face-off.
And that was a key on that one. Yarmouth forwards going to the net, but Cooley with the rebound control. The puck doesn't drop down. There's no extra opportunities, and we've got a face-off to her right. She covers up the puck again. Have another face-off. With a 2-0 lead, not taking any chances.
Face-off once again to her right. Controlled by Metro. They'll get it to the point. Muse with a slap shot to Cooley. Cooley gathers it in, and it's another face-off. Rinse and repeat.
And the shots on goal would be, I would say, almost 2-3 to 1 here in favor of Yarmouth, but not able to break through and score the goal.
Once again, back to the point. There's a shot. Stopped by the Metro defense. Coming back forward is Kinney. Kinney has control, takes a shot. Half fanned, and because of that half fan, pulled Cooley off of her pad, and that could have very easily slipped in. Almost like the change up in baseball.
Yeah, it slid off the heel of her stick a little bit. We were expecting the puck to come a lot faster and in another direction. Almost slid in past into the corner, but was able to stop it, and we have another face-off.
Yarmouth once again wins that face-off, and once again Cooley takes the long, easy shot. No rebound and covers it up, and we're seeing a little bit of this right now. Yarmouth is going to need to do more than just direct it towards the net right now, unless they can direct it with a little more speed and have more bodies going towards the net for a potential rebound.
Well, yeah, you're looking for a tip in or something to come out on the rebound so that you can bang it in.
Muse uses good speed to get back there for Yarmouth and put it hard off of the boards to clear the zone. Metro coming back the other way, that's Tobin. Tobin goes to her right, loses control, taken off the puck. I'm looking. Whenever I see somebody fall, I look to see if there's a penalty.
No call.
Nope.
And a good no call in that particular situation.
Coming back the other way is Stevens. Stevens tries to chip it forward. Little tic-tac into the Yarmouth zone. And that's Boudreau getting it out to center again. Yarmouth has it. Breaking up his Muse. Muse takes it towards her the middle. She has some room, gains the blue line, tries to take the wrist shot. Good stick work once again, and good active sticks by Metro as they're able to break up a lot of plays, trying to break it out. Nice work, and I believe this is Stevens coming again. We've been calling her name a lot. And it is, this time it's Farkash who gets it in deep.
Her as well, who we've called a number of different times, has good speed when she's skating with the puck.
Hobbs breaks it out of her own end, tries to chip it forward, can't get past that last defender. That's Stevens coming back the other way. Stevens chasing it, takes that shot off the side of the net and behind the net. Moore gets it to the half ice. Yarmouth looking to break out. It goes back to Stevens. Stevens has room, takes the windup, takes the wrist shot, steered into the corner nicely by White. Moore fighting for that puck, able to dig it out. Yarmouth gets it to the blue line, but not out. Some sustained pressure for Metro right now. And they're able to get the puck. There's a person in front. And waiting for it was Farkash, but her winger could not find her as the Yarmouth defender was able to break up that play. Yarmouth comes back the other way. Both players falling down. No penalties. None should have been. Yarmouth breaks in. Can't quite get it. Get it back again. The wrist shot. That's Moore who can't get it through the defense. That one's chipped off the boards. Does it have enough legs to get down the ice? Yes, it does. 5:09 remaining here in the third period. Yarmouth wants to prove to themselves that they can actually get one by goaltender Kenny Cooley. There'll be a face-off to her left with a little over 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Yarmouth Mariners on the bottom end of a 2-0 score against the Metro West Forest Orange. Clearing the zone nicely, Metro.
And I think what we are going to see in the remaining 5 minutes is Metro is going to be just dumping the puck out, not taking any chances, as we've seen with Cooley as well, who will cover up the puck on each shot.
Lugier with an individual effort to gain the zone, go hard to the left and take a wrist shot, but Cooley once again equal to the task.
There was a situation, though, where there was a rebound, but no Yarmouth player able to capitalize on the rebound that came out in front of the net.
Coming back the other way is Simmons. Simmons loses control of the puck. Got an offside. Tag up happens. Going back the other way is Stevens. Stevens loses the puck to Breton. Breton, nice little move through the middle. Has some speed. Tries to get through one too many defenders. And unable to get through numbers 4 and 5. Yarmouth fires the puck in and then makes some changes. Metro has some ice. Skating hard the other way. Just to center, though, is Stevens. Stevens loses it to Withrow. Withrow gains the zone and dumps it in deep.
And as we mentioned, Metro West having the short bench, they're going to just be looking to get the puck down to the other Yarmouth side of the end so that they don't wind up having sustained pressure.
Kinney going against the team this time. She gets by 3, goes hard to her right, tries to get it in front. Good defensive play there by number 14, Brady Steffen, and we've got a penalty.
It's like a hook on Metro West.
So Yarmouth, with 3:41 to go in here in the third period, has a golden opportunity to get back in this game. Only the second penalty of the game. This is the first for Metro West in the game, I believe.
There's only been 2 penalties that I can remember, the one being a Yarmouth penalty, where really Metro West was able to get some play at that point, and it did have an impact. This one could be very impactful with 3:41 left to go if Yarmouth can get a goal.
Quick shot, rebound there, the score! We talked about it. It was a quick shot in front. The rebound happened. Yarmouth able to get on that puck. That great defensive coverage that Metro has shown. A little harder to do with one less body on the ice.
And with the replay, you can see that opportunity. The puck came loose, comes to the side of the net. You've got a nice shot there by LeBlanc.
So number 4, Jenna Camo, I believe, was.
Okay.
I think it was. Yeah. We'll wait for an announcement. But regardless, with very little time on that power play, Yarmouth able to make this a 1-goal game with 3.5 minutes to go in the game.
And it couldn't have happened really. They wanted an early goal, and they were able to get that right off.
Kinney pushes it forward, stops, cuts to the middle, takes a shot, actually looking to pass it, I think. That goes off of a Metro defender and almost, to use soccer terminology, an own goal to tie this up.
very fortunate there. And again, that's what Yarmouth is looking for, a little break here and there.
Looking for a puck to bounce their way. They did get it in that power play. We'll see whether or not that lights a fire under the Yarmouth players. Or on the other side, whether or not Metro can bounce back from that and get right back into this game themselves. Coming hard the other way. Long shot by Hicks. Steered aside by White. Coming out. Coming out for Yarmouth now is, and that's LeBlanc. Puck goes back behind the net. Yarmouth gets it. Wrist shot off of the pad. Once again, that puck was there for a rebound. Slid across again. Another rebound. Yarmouth going to the net a little more, with a little more authority right now, with a little more purpose, looking to try to get that tying goal. Gets to the point. Boudreau does keep it in. Fired back in front. Going hard over it the other way is Marchand. She goes hard off the boards and gets it up to Farkash. Farkash can't clear the zone, and Cooley, realizing that her team is on their heels a little bit, decides to get that face-off and allow them to get that change.
With 2:15 left to go in the hockey game, it's 2-1 Metro West. Yarmouth putting much more pressure on here in the last 5 minutes, especially after they scored that power play goal early in the power play. So expecting an exciting end to this game.
Nice move by Legier at the point. She has some room, but it rolls off her stick, chases the puck down, passes it in front. Lots of bodies in front for Yarmouth, but they could not find the puck. Legier able to dig it out through the defense and the referee. Tries the wraparound, goes upstairs. The puck is laying there. Still loose. And finally a whistle as most of both teams are in the goaltender's crease.
No penalties called. Puck's covered up, but yes, anxious moments there for Cooley and the Metro West Force Orange. With 1:53 left to go in the hockey game, it looks like Yarmouth is going to be pulling their goaltender, looking for that extra attacker as they have had sustained pressure here. Now, do we have a timeout that's being called by the Metro West Force Orange here to discuss some strategy, defensive zone strategy with Yarmouth pulling their goaltender, going to have the extra attacker on the ice during this final, 1:53 if they can wind up putting an extra one into the net and tying up this hockey game.
And that is one of the tournament rules, that each team is allowed one 30-second timeout per team, per game. And if you're going to take a timeout, I'd have to say for the coaching staff of Metro West that you couldn't have asked for a better time to do it. His team really on its heels. Little amount of game left. You have to wonder whether or not they are finally losing that steam that we had talked about, that pace because of the short bench. A great opportunity for him to let his better players catch their breath and try to get, I say his better players, he has two lines, everyone's playing, to get them back out there. Yarmouth going to keep the goaltender out with 1:53, certainly an early time to do this, but I think they're looking that they're playing well and they want to actually keep the pressure on.
And I would expect that Cooley's going to do what she's been doing before. She's going to cover up as quickly as she can. And if I'm Metro West, I'm icing the puck if I have to.
That one gets out. LeBlanc has it. Lead pass, chipped up to Moore. Moore gets it, tries to get it in deep, does chip it in behind the net. Going back there is Burrell, who gets it around to the point to Legier. Legier off the boards. It's going to go in deep. Moore behind the net. Moore stops it, chips it back. It's going to go towards Legier. She's going to try to keep it in, but can't quite do that. LeBlanc gets it behind her net. She's being chased down quickly. Empty net. Yarmouth's going to need some players out there. They've got some people deep, but nobody, and they do have actually one of the defensemen, Legier, pretending to play net. Nice lead pass to Breton. Breton has some room. 1 minute to go. She jumps it in. Yarmouth has to get some bodies in there forechecking, though, and it's already been a shift, and they haven't come out. They get back to the middle. Puck in front, stopped by, and now it's Legier. Legier loses control, circles around. Back pass, tough pass to do. LeBlanc chasing it down, will get there first. Goes off the Metro defender. Back wide to Breton. Metro making a change, there is room. Breton takes a hard wrist shot, it bounces in. Cooley makes the short hop glove. And she'll blow that down with 37.9 seconds to go in the game. And we've got a bit of A little bit of fun here. We're going to see whether or not Yarmouth wants to call the timeout now in order to keep their number one line on for the last 38 seconds, and I believe that's exactly what we have.
That's what's happening. You wind up having Yarmouth, the Yarmouth coaching staff, talking about what they're going to look to do, but also giving their players an opportunity for a little bit of a rest here with the final 30 seconds to be played.
Well, the midget division of this tournament certainly in for a treat. You have to say it's a shame that there's only 2 midget teams in this division in this tournament. But the fact that these 2 teams are going to play again later today, that game coming up, I believe, at around 4 o'clock, and then they're going to play in a Sunday final again. That's going to be 3 really, really good games to watch in the midget division of this tournament.
Be interesting to see who's taking the face-off for Yarmouth, because we have seen some opportunities by the center that's taken the face-off, shooting the puck right at the net, and then going hard to the net. And when you wind up having an extra attacker, sometimes that'll happen. Nope, she tries to pull it back. The shot's on goal.
LeBlanc chases it down at the point, able to keep it in. Digging for it, both teams digging for it. Yarmouth players down. Yarmouth will get it off the boards. There is some room. That's Legier again. Good stick work. She gets it towards, or tries to get it towards the front of the net. Can't quite get there. Yarmouth has to clear the zone. Legier dangles with the puck, does clear the zone, but now she is by herself. Uses a body check in order to gain some zone, and there's a icing with 4.1 seconds. That certainly could have been a penalty. That was a no call late in the game in favor of Yarmouth.
Discretion of the referee there had no real impact to the flow of the game at that point, in the sense that it was able to be cleared down.
Face off to Cooley's right. Yarmouth wins the face-off, gets it towards the net. Cooley did not see that go harmlessly wide. And with 4 seconds to go in the game, Yarmouth was able to at least direct one more puck towards the net, but too little too late for the Yarmouth Mariners, Jeff, as they come up on the short end of a 2-1 score. Metro West Force Orange 2, Yarmouth Mariners 1. Some final thoughts.
Not hard to pick the MVP of this particular hockey game. The goaltending of Cooley for Metro West was very impactful in keeping this to a 2-1 hockey game, as well as they were able to keep their cool in that initial run, the pace and puck possession that Yarmouth had. Able to get that goal in the first period led to the 2-1 win.
And I think it'll be interesting to see that second game on the same day with the amount of players that especially Metro West has on. And although Yarmouth has a bigger bench, I think from what we saw that they weren't playing that third line all the time. It was more of a spotting that third line in. Doing that, however, does still rest your players to allow them to hopefully have some energy left by the end of the game. But as we saw, it was the Yarmouth team as much as Metro West that had that lull in pace as the game wore on. We're about to announce the MVPs of the game. We'll stick with you for that. Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us at MC Media for our live streaming coverage of the 9th Annual Chicks with Sticks Female Hockey Tournament, coming to you from the Yarmouth Mariner Center in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. It's a full day of games, both today and tomorrow, and 2 rinks here. We're covering the games in Arena 1, but Arena 2 with a full slate of games. Adam, Pee Wee, Bantam, and Midget divisions, and I believe we're about to announce the MVP for Yarmouth, number 8, Angèle Leblanc. I think there were a number of players that we could have picked for Yarmouth that we called. On the other hand, there was really only one player we could have picked for Metro West, and that is goaltender Kenny Cooley, a huge factor in keeping Metro in this game and getting Metro the win. So once again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us on our live stream. On behalf of myself, David Doucette, and my partner today, Jeff Holmes, all of the people behind the scenes, behind the cameras, and in the booth, thank you for joining us for our hockey game, and hope you continue to join us with our continuing live streaming of the 9th Annual Chicks with Sticks Tournament here in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, brought to you by MC Media.